my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. It is chickenless chicken salad day. Every Friday we're doing the chicken salad quilt, and I put all 3 blocks together. Can you see them on the background here? Not are they busy blocks, but I put them on top of a sampler which has similar colors, so I don't know, they might just be disappearing into the background there. But the cherries, the pears, and the jam jar, the strawberry jam jar, they're so cute, just so cute. All right, we have from the first book this week. This week is from the first book, and it is the tea kettle. Oh, come on fingers. So it is the tea kettle. Look how cute. Look how cute. And in the quilt that I'm pretty much copying, that the Fat Quarter Shop did, they used turquoise and red. So that is what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing. So let's look. I want to show you the fabrics, the actual fabrics, because that's always the tricky part. These fabrics tend to look a little bit alike, some of them, and so they can be a little tricky to figure out. The tea kettle itself is pretty easy. It is the aqua with the tulips on it, so that's good. And then the accent is that darker aqua with the little circles. Then you have I think the little top on it is the red, the handle, and that's it. There's the background. Now the setting, because all these fabrics are really exuberant and they're medium scale and they kind of look very similar. So up here, I believe we're going to have the pears where the pears are green. So if you look here, that's why I'm always kind of referencing it by the pear color. And so the pears are green. This piece took me, I mean, literally, I had to take every piece, and I think it was the second to last piece I looked at of the white backgrounds. Look for this design, the wallpapery kind of design. And it has this pepper, no, matchstick. Isn't that for like matchsticks, like an old-fashioned thing? They would, matchsticks, like matches would go in these little drawers. And this has a lot of fun images. So you can fussy cut it from whatever part you like, including, look at this stove. Isn't that fun? And little flower vases, and looks like a perfume bottle. That green one looks like a perfume bottle right here. I love this. The colander with the lettuce in it. Love it. And with these compote stands, isn't that what they're called? Compote stands. Yeah. So that goes here. Then this one's easy. It's pink with all the tossed items in pink. Then you've got the hanging, pots and pans and a pot holder and the pepper mills on. It's green and blue. There's a couple of these. And then the little like postage stamps, the tiny little postage stamps in pink. So those are your sideways ones. And this week we have a chicken, of course. I'm just telling you the chicken and giving you a link, giving you the parts that you cut from the templates. So I will give you that at my website today, so you don't have to go look it up on Lori's website, the designer's website. I went ahead and copy it in and link you to her article for that. They did this so long, about 2 years ago, she and the Fat Quarter Shop. But Lori did all the chickens, and they're all appliqued. So here is Hank. So Hank is pretty darn cute. He is chicken number 4. And there's actually, for those of you who like cross-stitch chickens, they did a whole set of cross-stitch chickens. So there's good old Hank. And they're actually a tiny bit different, some of them, than the appliqued. So that's kind of fun. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and just cut my shapes and put them out on the design board and then show you what they look like before I sew them. And I'll just go ahead and do that. I've got them all cut out. Let me just point out what we have. So there is, ignore the cords. So the kettle, here's the handle. It's kind of tucked underneath the little knob. This will be the spout where you're doing sew and flips over here to kind of create the spout image. Maybe it's the other way. So I just put those squares, where they go. And I did note that I think it says to cut 2 of these pieces above, but I can't figure out where the other one goes, so I just cut one, and maybe it'll show up. but I cut one, and we'll see if I made a mistake and it actually need a second one, but I don't know where it goes if I do. So that is everything laid out here. And I wanted to show you something in the, for the book. I've been using these little Post-it notes, and they just fit to, remember the tip our ambassador Suzanne gave to just cover up the one side so that you're not accidentally cutting the 6-inch. These little Post-it notes, so I'll link you to those. They just fit perfectly there. Okay, let's sew this. I found the other F. Remember there was, I said one here, and I couldn't figure out on the diagram where the other one went. It goes above this tea kettle part before you do the sew and flips. So there you go, mystery found. The teapot is just so clever. It's a sew and flip, but because we have that extra piece here, it gives us this little blunt top edge for the teapot. Oh, so cute. This is adorable. Look how adorable this is. A little teapot, tea kettle, and then I've got all the side sashings on. So cute. Now here, where you can maybe see it a little bit better, is the top row. Now for those of you who are quite ambitious, you could do the row that goes above this in the pattern, in the layout pattern. You could do the blocks that go above, which is, I would call the border. You could add the top border on this because it's just more of these piecing of squares and rectangles. And I might do that soon. I might do that in the next week or so, because you can actually build this out because it's all the squares and rectangles the whole way out. You can build it kind of as you go along. So look, and then the tea kettle is the start of the second row across. Okay, a few other things. Celebration days for today. One is, it is Make a Hat Day. So I think it was really cool. A quilted hat. Do you have a quilted hat? I think there's those bucket hats that are kind of neat. I've always thought they would be kind of fun to make. I have to wear hats because of, you know, shade my face and my skin, but I think the bucket hats would be kind of cute to try. Okay, the other thing, it is International Dot Day. And I thought, okay, well, what does that mean? We love polka dots, we love dots, but what does Dot Day mean? So I looked it up because I think it is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. International Dot Day is a global celebration of creativity, courage, and collaboration. It's about creativity. This was begun by a teacher, Terry Shay, who introduced his classroom to Peter H. Reynolds' book, The Dot, on September 15th, 2009. So, you know, what does that mean exactly? What is the book, The Dot? Have you read it? Have your kids read it? The Dot is a story of a caring teacher who dares a doubting student to trust in her own abilities, be brave enough to make her mark. Make a dot, make her mark. What begins with a small dot on a piece of paper becomes a breakthrough in confidence and courage, lighting a journey of self-discovery and sharing, which has gone on to inspire countless children and adults around the globe. So it's an organization that is all about encouraging, inspiring people to be creative and take courage in their creativity. So I've linked you to the organization, which I think is this fabulous, and to the book, which is actually, the author has written like 3 books, so I linked you to the set because they all sound fantastic. So now I think I might need the book. Okay, I have a few other things before we talk about our sweet little Weiner dog quilt. Because remember we did the Make-A-Wish charity quilt along, the Bountiful quilt, and I did it in the French General fabric. Here, let me pop a picture up. Well, yesterday kicked off the auction, which is actually not an auction this year. So get ready. What we have this year is a raffle. So what's the difference? An auction means that one person bids up and wins the quilt by having the highest bid on that quilt. So the quilts generally would go from around $1,000, $1,200 per quilt. A raffle is different. A raffle means you buy a ticket, one ticket for 10 bucks or whatever it is, and then you have a chance because your ticket, your 10-buck ticket, might win the quilt. We think that this is a very exciting option for the quilts for Make-A-Wish, and we are really hoping to have a higher participation of people who are willing to buy the raffle ticket, and that way we'll make more money for the Make-A-Wish, which is the ultimate goal of all this, and then somebody will win. And there's multiple quilts. So let me just pop this other image up. So besides my quilt for the Bountiful to raise funds for Make-A-Wish, we of course have the Fat Quarter Shop's quilt, and then there is Corey Yoder's quilt, Lisa Bonjean's quilt, and Robin Pickens' quilt. And I think Robin also has like a table runner. She did a table runner from the backing section. That's what it looks like there. I forget, I didn't read it in great detail. But you'll be able to just go to this page that I'm showing you that's now open. So of course I did this screenshot before it was live on Thursday. So it went live on Thursday, and it is open until the 23rd. You can see at the bottom there, like, you know, it's always going to give you a tally, how many days are left. I am just so excited because I think this is really going to be a fabulous way somebody can, you know, win these quilts without the bigger financial auction fee that is when you do an auction of a quilt. So it is so fun, such a fun option. I am so happy that the Make-A-Wish Association, that's by Kimberly and Kevin Jolly of the Fat Quarter Shop, they all could find a way to make the raffle happen. So exciting. So I have some mail. This is from Barbara in Maine. Look how pretty this is. Look how beautiful. Just gorgeous. I don't know if that goes maybe it goes sideways like this. All right, so Barbara wrote to me and said, I have some fabric for the backing of your Pink Flamingo. And the Pink Flamingo whoops, my cords are getting hooked on here. Hold on. So my Pink Flamingo, is it in here? Yes, here she is. So here's Flo, which was made for the critters, but I'm keeping Flo because I love her so much and want to hang her in my kitchen. And so Barbara said, I have something to send for that. So here we go. She has, isn't that darling? Thank you. But wait, there's more. She sent me also some stickers for my book, the fall stickers. So sweet. That is great. I love the white pumpkin. Look how cute that is. And then a scissor holder with a flamingo on it. So I can put my scissors in here. This is so cute with those great big buttons. How fun is that? Love it. Love it. You guys are always so awesome and creative. Just are amazing. All right, let's talk about the dogs, because I am still sewing this last piece, the last section. You can see right there. So I have, where is, oh, I already sewed this. So I sewed this part, losing my brain. While I was doing the tea kettle, I was sewing these. So I've got right here on the top of my machine, I have some more of them. And what I need to do now is just finish this up so that I can sew the whole top. And then what I want to do is make a side border, because this already is coming with a top and a bottom border on it. Like you've already, have that in this directions. But I want to do another 2-inch or 2.5-inch strip of the fabric on each side. Now, several of you, I've seen some of the quilts coming in the group, and you have then gone and done like another little 2-inch border around it. And I thought, geez, I could take like some of the colors here. So I thought, well, let me just see what that looks like. Because whoops, there's a bunch of short ones. I just dropped them all. So let me move the kettle. Okay, so if I've got all of these short ones, okay, like this, if I come through and just say, let's say there's a lot of green, because I know there is a lot of green. Maybe like green and the black. Let me just put them up on the wall 1 second and we can take a look. What do you think? I like it. I like it. And there's quite a bit of green. So I think I can do that with the green. Then I could pull something here for binding for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to add some of these just all the way around. It's a great way to use them up. All right, now I'm going to get the Harrisonburg quilt out so we can wrap up with a little Harrisonburg chat. So here's my Harrisonburg quilt. All I have to do is put my initials, embroider my initials on the bottom, just like Ellen Rebecca Spitzer did. That is the original quilt was made by Ellen Rebecca Spitzer, and she has her initials, and I need to do mine. That's the only thing I have left to do before, taping this before Friday, but it's got to be done by Friday. So I want to remind you that at the museum day tomorrow, which is September 16th, if you have already pre-registered, you would have gotten an email from the museum on Thursday. It actually went out on Wednesday night. You would have had it on Thursday, so look in your email. It's basically just telling you what'll happen. You'll come to the museum, and at the entryway, you'll come up to the porch, and there'll be a sign in, so that if you have pre-registered for the meet and greet with Wendy and I, they can check you off the list so that they can keep track. And we'll have stands so that if you bring in your own quilt, so that you can take a picture with us and your quilt. There'll be a stand and someone to help take pictures. We won't have to worry about that part. It's just going to be so fabulous. On the lower level of the museum, are going to have some chairs so you can just take a break and chat with people. There'll be, a little like get something to drink down there. So it'll just be so nice. It'll be fast, be fun and fast. It's only a few hours on Saturday, 12 to 4, noon to 4 on Saturday afternoon. And if you're part of my community here, which all of you are, since you're watching, you might be really new, so you're not really quite in tune yet. But if you've been here a while, I have an ambassador team of volunteers. These are quilters who have been helping me over the past year and a half to welcome people, answer questions, make sure everything is, stays on the level, in the chats and things like that. And if you're in the morning, in our live chat portion, you will know all of them because they're there. Most of them are there chatting in the morning. 7 of the ambassadors will be there at the event. They're driving in. All of them are driving in. None of them live there, like I don't live there. So we're all driving in, and they're going to be hanging out at the museum off and on. So that'll be so much fun. And if they're there while you're there with me and Wendy, I will introduce you to them so you get to meet them as well. And so I'm really excited because I've only met one of my ambassadors in person, and so I'm very excited to meet everybody else. It's going to be so much fun. All right, so I just made a command decision while I was getting this organized. So I will continue working on the Weiner dog because I just want to get this film wrapped up. I have a bunch of other stuff I have to be doing in order to prep to go down there, things I have to get ready. And so I need to wrap up this video for today. So I will be talking about the dogs. The dogs, here's the dogs. Well, Monday's video I'll probably be taping tomorrow. So I don't know how much of the dog I will get finished, but if not, it'll be like Tuesday or Wednesday's video. Whatever day next week, we'll do a wrap up. So I'm not getting too crazy about it. So yeah. That's just the way life is. I mean, I had a couple of evenings this week I wasn't home to sew, that kind of a thing. So life happens just like it does for you. You're kind of going along and you have a plan and it's like, oh, no, got to go do this other thing. Can't do that tonight. So, oh my goodness, I am very excited for us to finally have this. And if you have your top, remember there's the virtual quilt show that will be going on. So you want to enter a picture of your top, your finished quilt, your table runner, your pillow, your smaller version, your larger version if you made a larger version, ones with different borders, whatever it is. The virtual quilt show can take anything and everything. It just has to be at least a top, not like just parts of blocks, So you can, the link is below in the description box at my website today so that you can you know, take a picture and enter it. And this is also supporting the museum, so there is a small fee to enter it, which all the money to go to the museum. We have to keep our quilt museum going, right? This is part of the fabric of our history is the museum. Such an awesome thing to do. Okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you in Harrisonburg tomorrow. I'll see you online. Bye-bye.